Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for this video, we are going to be tackling the question of where does the Pillar of Autumn actually fly to during the credits of Halo Reach? So at the end of Halo Reach, after you beat the last mission called Pillar of Autumn, before you get to the Lone Wolf mission, you get to watch the credits, or you could skip it if you want. But during the credits, you see the Pillar of Autumn, and it's a whole remastered recreation of the very intro scene of Halo 1, or Halo Combat Evolved. And during the scene, we see the Pillar of Autumn, flying by and flying towards the Halo ring, and then as the credits go, it just seemingly continues to fly towards the Halo ring before it finally disappears. And, we assume that it's still flying towards the Halo ring, it just, flew out of sight. But, is it actually flying towards the Halo ring? Well, to figure that out, we are going to have to go to theater mode and fly around during this particular cutscene mission. So, without further ado, let's get right into it and fly towards where the Pillar of Autumn is going to be. So, the reason why I'm making this video is because it's actually pretty interesting what happens, and it came up because I was working on another video, which, well, you'll get a kick out of it when you see it soon, hopefully day after this video comes out, but we'll see, it depends how well it goes. But anyways, back to this video. So, it did came up while I was exploring this cutscene for a specific purpose, and I noticed something weird with the Pillar of Autumn, and I guess I should have expected it knowing Bungie at this point, but it never really crossed my mind that it could be this way. So, let's follow the Pillar of Autumn. It is actually flying forward, so it's not like, it's not just sitting still, so to speak. But let's follow it, and then I'm going to speed it up at 8 times speed so that you can actually see what's happening with the Pillar of Autumn. So, you can already see what's happening now. At first, it may look like the turrets on the side are actually getting bigger, but no. The Pillar of Autumn is actually getting smaller. Yes, it is moving forward, but it's moving forward too slowly. And what Bungie is basically doing is another one of their usual camera tricks. Because, by now, if you watch a lot of my videos, you probably noticed that we've, sort of, quote-unquote, exposed a lot of Bungie's sort of behind-the-scenes camera tricks in their cutscenes. And this is just another example of that. So to make the Pillar of Autumn look like it's flying away faster and further than it actually is, what Bungie did was essentially make the Pillar of Autumn shrink. So as it's flying forward and shrinking at the same time, from our perspective during the regular cutscene, it looks like it's flying, forward at a much quicker pace and approaching the ring, when in reality it's actually not. And it will continue shrinking until it's just the size of a tiny little speck of dust, or a little fly, I guess, while the turrets around it. So if you saw my video about using the cannons on the Pillar of Autumn, they are actually separate, vehicles, so to speak, that are simply attached to the Pillar of Autumn. But they're not actually part of the model of the Pillar of Autumn. They're just, just sort of glued on, but they're still separate vehicles or separate objects. That's why they don't shrink with the Pillar of Autumn. But because the Pillar of Autumn is shrinking, they do get kind of pulled together until they end up like this. So at the minimum size that the Pillar of Autumn is, all 4 cannons on the side of the Pillar of Autumn, they get kind of grouped together like this, and they just stay there. And up to a certain point, the Pillar of Autumn actually does stop flying, as you just saw there. It's no longer moving forward. The credits is still running, but it stops here. This is the point around when it actually stops. Is also the same point when the from our view during the regular credits, the Pillar of Autumn disappears out of view, and it disappears because it shrunk. So now you know why it disappears during the credits. It's not because it flew out of view. It's because it shrunk to be too small to see. So see, if we fly back, we can kind of see, at what point it just vanishes. So it did fly a little bit out of view. The cannons flew out of view, because the cannons disappear quicker from a distance than the actual Pillar of Autumn does. So that's why the cannons, fade away first. But the Pillar of Autumn itself, it went out of view because, it shrunk to the size of a tiny speck. But yeah, the Pillar of Autumn, it just stops flying at a certain point. It doesn't fly anywhere. It just shrinks and then stops. So that's where it's actually going during the credits of Halo Reach. So yeah, hopefully you guys find this to be interesting, and if you did enjoy this video, as always, make sure to leave a like. Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you have any other questions or things you want me to tackle or look into, just let me know and I'll do my best to look into it when I get the chance. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!